All right, man, we back. Motor City Sports talking to Bill, and I told you guys I was going to squeeze in the NBA video before the end of the night. And we back. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video if you haven't. Share the video. It's the best way to help the channel out. And Blake Griffin said that, he whiffed in free agency for the Pistons. He was 0 for 3. Said he tried to get 3 guys to the Pistons. Didn't work. Now, I don't know if they could have been game changers for the Pistons because the Pistons had so little money. I don't know if they could have had at least the morale impact that Derrick Rose had on the city. A lot of people like that Derrick Rose came here. But the 3 guys he tried to get, he whiffed on. Jeff Green was the one guy he identified. I linked the article from 97.1. The ticket, they had got it from somebody's podcast. So you go support whoever podcast it was. I'm going to check it out after I get off. But and said he whiffed. He was 0 for 3. He tried to get Jeff Green. And, when he texted Jeff Green, he used to play with him with the Los Angeles Clippers. He had already, 15 or 20, 30 minutes later, he said he already signed with somebody else. He trying to recruit. He trying to get some help in Detroit, and he needs some help. They got some help this year coming here. I like Tony Snell, D Rose. People think he gonna do something, but like I said before, I don't like the signing because people think he gonna be an MVP type of guy. He's a guy that if you can get to the playoffs and get him healthy, he can help you win the series for sure. But during the season, he ain't gonna be the consistent player we gonna need. He physically ain't able to do so, and he hasn't changed his game to accommodate his physical inabilities. I don't want to use disabilities, but I don't know who else he tried to recruit, to be honest. I really don't. But, at least he out here trying to get some help, man. Some guys, don't want to do the recruiting. They think they can do it by itself. And I think last year, especially in the first half of the year, when he was healthy, I think he experienced doing it by himself that you need some help. So I think Blake committed to being a Detroit Pistons. And that's one thing I do like about Blake Griffin. He ain't scoffed or he ain't hang his head. He ain't quit on the team. I think it might have been a period where he got traded here like, damn, I don't even want to go to Detroit. Detroit this, Detroit that. But if you notice, a lot of the guys that that play in Detroit, like Ndamukong Suh and Calvin Johnson, they still around the area. Barry Sanders. A lot of these dudes stay in this area, and it got to do it because Detroit got great suburban areas, and they got really good prices on buildings and land and stuff. And a lot of guys come back here, and I think, like I said, it's a misconception about the city of Detroit that it's just all thugs and it's a terrible city, terrible surroundings. And you notice you're right by Canada, you're right by a lot of amusement parks in Ohio, you're not far from Chicago. Like I said, you're right by Canada. You got the lakes. You got a lot of different things that Detroit got to offer. And I think a lot of people end up coming here and like, damn, okay, maybe I came here as a player and I missed some of this other stuff that they got to offer. Go up north hunting. So I think it's a misconception. I think Blake Griffin probably tried to reach out to a few people and tell them, but it couldn't be no major players like Middleton and Kyrie. We just didn't have a budget. But I appreciate what Blake doing, man. And I appreciate him buying in to the city, man. He was at the University of Michigan football games. And, to come from L.A. to go to Detroit, he had to be a shock. But remember, he from Oklahoma City. And I've been to Oklahoma City, and I'd rather be in Detroit than Oklahoma City. It's just my preference. And I was coming back from Killeen, Texas one day. But, Jeff Green, he can't really help neither. Jeff Green is another guy that he can play, but physically he got a lot of disabilities where he can't play 82 games. He might show up 20, 25, 30 games maximum. It's just that a lot of injuries, older guy, 32 years old, but he would have helped the Pistons. Veteran leadership, and I wonder who else he recruited. But a little bit Bradley Beal talk. The Wizards offered Bradley Beal a Supermax extension. 3-year, $111 million extension. They trying to keep Bradley Beal. And I wonder what Bradley Beal going to say. I can tell you one thing. Bradley Beal hate playing with John Wall. Okay? He do. So unless they can get rid of John Wall, I think Bradley Beal is going to decline that extension when he's eligible, which I think is real soon, if not eligible already. But I think he's going to decline that extension, and we'll see what happens. They want to keep Bradley Beal in the fold. I think Tommy Shepard, they took the interim tag off him, made him permanent GM, if I got his name correct. But, yeah, the Wizards trying to keep Bradley Beal and max him out. But I just think that core already hit their ceiling. They really should be trying to tear that down. Or they can build with Bradley Beal. He's not a guy you build around. But John Wall, I'm just go ahead and guess he's not going to come back the same as the Achilles. Now it's going to be up to him. And he re-blew that Achilles too. So that set it back. It's going to be up to him to develop a jump shot and develop an offensive game, a floater, a mid-range game, a three-pointer. He's going to change his game like Jason Kidd and Ron Harper did after their injuries. But we'll see what happens. But Blake out here trying to recruit. And we appreciate the effort from Blake Griffin. You know, hopefully Tony Snell, Derrick Rose, and Bruce Brown and other guys improve and help him out so he gets some help this year. Motor City Sports Talk. Appreciate the love, support. Share the video. And don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Reach out to the email. Those links in the description. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ.